Well, hello, everybody. We're going to be starting pretty soon. We're not going to be on too long today unless I have a bunch of people wanting to buy stuff. Basically, I'm going to do an introduction. I'm going to show you how this show works. And what this is for is to buy things in lots, and we will pull out some extra little things in here in a special window and show those available only online. Not feeling too overly great today, so I'm basically just going to do a quick run through. This is the first introduction show. Haven't done any ads. I haven't really said much about this to too many people. I've been talking about it on my streams, but haven't really done too much. Show hasn't quite started yet. My employee is bringing some coffee, which I really need. I just got back from the hospital not very long ago, and I'm not feeling very well, which is nothing new. We've had a lot of moisture and stuff, so my lungs have to get drained all the time now. So, are you going to bring that coffee? All right. Well, we're going to be starting the show here pretty quick. I'm already live streaming, but we haven't actually started the official show yet. What you're seeing running in front of you there is just kind of how it works, but I'll run through that really quick when we get into the show. Like I said, today, if I have people in, we have no moderator today, so I'm going to be pretty quick. If we have people come in and they want to buy stuff and bid, yeah, I'll do that. No problem. That's what the show is for. But mostly this show is to tell you what to expect. And I might give you an example as if someone's bidding and how it works. Because I really, I really want to arrange for a lot of people to come in during showtime and just kind of ask me for what they want. I have an app, which you'll see coming up, that you can use, and you can communicate with me through that app, but you're not going to know what to buy. What we're doing is filling boxes. So you really do have to come live to see what I'm putting in there. You get a really good price live too. Now, see, I could still, I'm hesitant to even suggest this. This is why I'm kind of talking about it in the pre show. I could still have the employee take pictures of everything. Oh, is that my coffee? Lovely. Is it super hot?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. I could have my employee. Mm, fantastic. Very strong. Thank you. All right. Is it clean?
Yeah.
Kind of. Looking at the item that's coming up. I could have my employee. I totally forgot what I was going to tell him. You can tell I'm not feeling overly great, but I could have my employee take pictures of things that I hold up and just kind of show during the show, because you're basically supposed to come in here and tell me what you want. We just give you some variety to pick through. You fill up boxes as you want to go, and then when you're done, don't buy the box size yet. When you're done, we do a total. My employee weighs it. We figure out what the shipping is, and I'll tell you what the actual box you need to buy is. So you're not actually buying listings, you're buying a box. And this is important, I'll talk about in the show, which is about ready to start. But you're actually buying a box. And there's nothing in the box because the listing doesn't show anything in the box. It says for you to go leave a message and tell me what's to be included. That's in the listing. Then you go to the little app that I have that I'll talk about in a minute. And there's a chat window where it tells you to communicate with me. Or, if you've order, click here. And then after you bought the box that I told you in the show was the weight and size and everything, or just the number or the dollar amount. Then what we do is from that chat window, you have that list that you put in there. Basically, everything you wrote down during the show that you got put in the box. After my employee weighs it, I tell you what size box to get. A lot of times I'll give you an extra discount at that time, or I'll include the shipping by saying buy the size that it came to. All right, so you save a little money that way. Then what you do is like I said, you go to that app and you put a list of everything that's supposed to be in the box. And then what I do to make it a nice, clean verification is I go back probably in a day or so, and maybe after your tracking is already activated at the post office or whatever. And then I say, oh, okay, those items are in the box. They are on their way. Confirmation that the box that you bought has the items in that list and it's on its way. Now, I don't have to do all that extra work, having you leave me the little chat and the list and confirming it. But I'm going to tell you in the show why I do that extra little step. And it's because someone else I got the idea from wasn't actually very good as a seller. I thought it was a little shady how they did things. But um, I figured a way to make it so you don't have to worry. Well, are we just about ready? It's almost showtime. You want to go ahead and start? I don't know if you're going to be running back and forth. We have no moderator today. Mm. I'm probably not going to be showing a bunch of stuff. You have to wait until people ask for items. So don't run off. Let me go ahead and get started. All right, this is what you're going to see first, and then the show will start. It's about a minute, minute and a half, and you get to see this every time. I made this the other day. It's kind of cute, so check it out. We fill the box in the show. The live show on Wednesday you've got to watch. 1 p.m. Central Time. Every Wednesday. Pop in, make sure you check it out because during the show we fill a box. Once you get to the correct dollar amount, just use the app, click the link, choose the correct size box, and you're good to go. Lots of savings live. Now that you've paid for your box, all you have to do is use the app, send me a chat message, make sure that you include a list of everything you got and the price, even though your lot price will be cheaper. That way I can double check before I send your box and make sure you get everything. Did I remember to turn on the mic? I did. A couple run-throughs I did this week. I forgot to put on the mic and I was just talking and talking and talking. 20 minutes of my little, testing show. And guys, I didn't even have the mic on. Boy, my hat's a mess. I'm wearing a hat because my hair's a mess. I just got back from the hospital. All right, what we are in here doing. And this is going to be a quick show because this is my first intro show. I did one last week where I kind of held up stuff and I came up with a new method. So what this show is about is to tell you how to do it. Now, if you want to pop in here and get a box filled, just ask me what you're kind of interested in. Why don't you bring me an item? I'm just going to tell them how this works. Just one item. One. I'm not going to pick that up. That's dirty. I'm not going to sell that. Just give me one item. Thank you. All right. So let's say one item. Thank you. Let's say that you pop in here and you say, I sell window panels. I sell curtains. We're having little chat issues, but it's coming up. I sell curtains. Or I just need curtains for my house. Or whatever it is that you happen to want. Now, I have tons of inventory. Unbelievable numbers. We can fill thousands of boxes. Thousands and thousands. So that's what we're here in this show to do. So what you do is, now you're going to have to come on during these shows. That's why I'm not making a big issue about the show, because I didn't see too many people going to show up. So I'm telling you guys, if you want to save a lot of money, I'm trying to remember something right now. If you want to save a lot of money, this is the place to do it. So let's say you said, I need a window panel, or I need a bunch of window panels. It could be one, it could be 1,000, doesn't matter. I probably have it. So what we would do is my employee, which just handed me this item, which I'm going to show you in a second, run to the warehouse and you kind of know what you want because you kind of have told me in the chat. That's why we do this live. You're like, I'm a reseller. I want some curtains I can resell and make some money. So my employee knows that. He will go and kind of gather up a few totes, maybe 5 or 6 or something, and bring them in. And we'll go one item at a time, just like what I'm going to do here. So let's say it was curtains. So I'm going to give you an example of what we would do. First, I'm going to tell you the condition of what I've got. This is okay condition. It's new. It is new. It is not a return. It was bought in a bulk lot. Let me see if I can get those UPCs so you can see them. This is a test. You can see the old torn up Amazon label on there. This is right out of the warehouse. It is 40 by 84. And it is in a tie sheer silver inverted tab panel. There is a picture of what it looks like. Now, this is the awful part. I have a lot of glare. I have not fixed that yet. That's another reason I'm not doing full show today, really. You can kind of see what it says. And my fingers are dirty because I didn't have to take a bath. You can see the tag is on it. I remember where this came from because it was once at Amazon. I will pull this hideous thing off. That looks terrible. The old Amazon label on here. It was something that we sold most of. And it was my friend. I don't send off to Amazon. My friend does. She's not doing it anymore. But it's 40 inches by 84, if you don't know what the centimeters are. That's the actual inches. 40 inches by 84. Care. Dry clean. It's 100% cotton, and it is made in India. Park B. Smith is the brand, actually. The .com brand. This is actually a rather expensive item, believe it or not. Vintage House is the little trademark brand, and that is a trademark. You can look that up. So let me read the UPC to you really quick, and it may or may not work. You know how that is. 08167545960 07. I will try to show that to you, but there is no guarantee you'll be able to read that. So what you would do now, oh, by the way, I said this is item 1 in today's show. So this would be item 1. You would write down item 1. You would write down that it is a tie shear, and you might want to put the silver color. Basically a good description of what the item is. Okay, so you do that. You write that down. I haven't told you any prices or anything. Now, this was bought in a lot. You guys are in for luck. We sold these for what, 35 each?
Yeah.
And we sold out except on eBay. Now, what did it do on Amazon? 40?
Yeah.
So 40 on Amazon is what we got for these. And we got 35 on eBay. We had 6.
That one is only that one. Yeah.
I know what we have left. What did we have originally? 6?
Yeah.
Thank you. He doesn't remember. I believe it was 6. Okay, so I have 1. We only have 1?
Okay, yeah.
Of this particular model, we only have 1. It was bought in a lot. That lot had a lot of comforters and expensive items, but this one, I believe, what we figured out that lot, I think it came to like $6 an item. So this would be $3. That's what I would offer it to you at. Now remember, you would fill your box, and then we deal with shipping. That's the thing you've got to remember. If I tell you this item is $3, I'm not going to mail it to you free for $3. But I'm also not going to charge you individual shipping on the item. So if you were interested in this, in the chat, what you would do is you would write tie shear, item 1, $3 bid. Cool. I want it. So I'd say, okay, let's say your name is Restream.io, which is nobody's in here, so that's what your name would be, Restream.io. So I would tell my employee, Restream.io, item 1, and I'd hand it to him, and he would drop it in your box. Once you're done ordering, it doesn't matter if it's just the one item. If it's the one item, you're going to pay a $10 box because it's going to include shipping. But let's say you buy like 10 of these, all different types, all different prices, and it comes to like a $30 box. Well, you are probably not going to get an increase because you bought a lot of items. I'll probably just say, just put it in a $30 box. I'll cover the $10 shipping or whatever it is. On the same hand, so that's how it goes during the show. I hold up an item. We talk about it for a second. This was slow because I'm only bringing in one item today. I tell you what the brand is. I give you the UPC. You look it up. You say, okay, cool. I want it or I don't. I tell you what it is. $3, item 1. And you write that down if you want it. But you have to tell me while the items are going through which ones you want because I give them to the employee, puts them in your box, then we get you a total after it is done. Then I'll tell you which box to buy. Now that's the next phase of what I'm going to teach you all today. I tell you which box to buy. So you would go to my app, which is written up there, bit.ly/DDLS, all in caps, HOP. So you would go to the bit.ly link, and it's just a little app, just a little freebie app. No bells and whistles. Those are not listings. You will scroll down and you look for a couple things. You need two things out of there. The first thing that you need to do, well, it doesn't matter which order you do them in. You need to do both. The important thing you need to do, that's really glary. He's changing curtains in the living room. The important thing you need to do, boy, that's really glary. Actually, you know what? Next show, I might go blind if I try to do. I haven't worn my contacts in years. Terrible glare. So you would go to the bit.ly link. I don't know why he has to do that now. You would go to the bit.ly link and you would click. There's two boxes. One of them you would click that says, if you placed an order, come here. And that is a chat window. That is a chat window. Nothing. I don't like that curtain. I don't like that curtain. That's a chat window. So what you would do is you would put your list of item numbers and names and price that you got it for, not what your box is, in that chat window and send that to me. It's very easy. You just open it. It opens in Facebook Messenger is what it does. That is your list of what's going to be in the next thing you do. Either way, you can do these in either order. You go to where it says link for a box, fill your box or whatever. It has a picture of a box and a link. You click it. It's going to take you to a store, my store. You're going to select the box that I tell you to buy when we've totaled you out. Because remember I said you might buy 5 items and they come to $50, but they might be like these ginormous, oh God, that's heavy. These great big huge comforter sets. Well, that is not going to go in a box and be shipped to you for like $10. It's going to cost a lot more. So after you know, and my employee will give you the exact shipping in the show. After you know what size box to do, you buy that. But the list doesn't matter about the box. I would do the box first. After you find out the size of the box in the show, I say, okay, you bought 4 items. One's a huge comforter. I'm going to have to, and it came to $40. I'm only going to increase your box size by $5. You're going to buy me you're going to buy a $45 box. You should be buying a $60 box because of the shipping. So I gave you an extra discount. So you go buy the $45 box. Then make sure that in that list, you've got all the items that are supposed to be in it. That's 2 different things. You buy the box from one link. You click the communication, or if you place an order, click here. You do that with another link, and you send me a message of everything that you bought. Why do you do that? I kind of mentioned this pre-show. All right, let me explain this real quick, because you need to understand this stuff, because if I ever get people to watch my show, they're going to make a whole lot of money. I'm not kidding, guys. You don't know what I have to offer. That's why you have to come in and find out. So if you filled your box, and it's ready to go out and you've done your bids and it's all filled up, I want to make sure I tell you everything as we go through so we don't have to repeat it. And you've gotten your total and you've put in your list in that chat. What I do to confirm this, and I'll explain this in a minute, is I go back and I say your tracking number on the box with the items that you have listed is, and I drop that in the chat. Now, why do I do that? It's not really necessary for me. I do it because the way I got the idea about doing this box, I saw on a Facebook Live show. And while I was watching their show, a customer came in and said, well, you sent me the right number of items, but you didn't send me 5, 5, and 5. You sent me 4 of one, 6 of another. The seller kind of said, well, okay, so. And I was like, The reason they could do that is, one, they weren't using a listing. They were just using some link on Facebook. That's one reason. But that's not the big one. The big one is when you buy something online, the description, the pictures, and everything determine what you are paying for. Okay? When you buy one of these boxes, you're buying a box that costs $50. Until you use that chat and put the list of what you're supposed to get in that $50 box, and I come back there and say, yes, that is what I sent you, technically, if you filed something, you would have difficulty. Now, the video on Facebook as well as the video on YouTube is backing. But what kind of drama would that be to try to send those videos off to PayPal or whatnot if you had any kind of drama? You won't have that with me, of course. But when I saw that in the other show and I got my idea, I was like, oh, I like the boxing because I only have to make one listing. You fill it up. You're not paying shipping per item. It would be much more expensive. So I like that method. But then when I saw in this other show someone who was doing that in Facebook, and the seller and the buyer comes back and says, "Wait, you gave me what I paid for, but not the right numbers of each," and the seller's like, So I knew their attitude like that was only because they knew they had not set this up in a way that the buyer had any recourse. Well, I'm a legitimate business. I am liquidating $1 million of my cost in this show if anyone ever shows up for it to buy this stuff. A lot of people are sending me private messages and telling me what they want, and I'm sending them pictures and they're buying. So I am making money off this liquidation. I want it live because thousands of people could come in here and I could fill boxes for days and not run out. And I have a time frame filling you guys in why this is important to be here. You can make a lot of money off what I'm getting rid of. And I have to do it because I have another business lined up to go in my warehouse that's going to make me money that requires me to do almost nothing. I just purchase, other people work, I make money. That's what I like. So I have all this inventory to liquidate. So that's how you do it. I explained why I have that extra chat step. Now, this is also the truth. If you go in there and you buy a box and I ship next day, and if I don't get a chat back, I might delay a day before I ship because I'm waiting for your list so I can confirm it. But then if you decide you just never come back and put anything in the chat, then your box gets shipped out because you've paid for it. But you won't have that verification if you ever needed it. Now, with me, you wouldn't need it. But I want everything very up and up. I want everyone to know exactly what's in their box and what they expect to get, and that I am sending it to them. So that's how that works. You come in, you ask me for anything you want because chances are I've got it. My employee then runs to the warehouse, tries to bring that in for you. And I'm looking at the curtains going up. Tries to bring that in for you, which is fantastic. I have no problem with that. Might have to take him a minute to pull it out. And then we just literally go through that box. And that's then what we start dumping into lots. There's people inviting me to groups here. That's what we start dumping into the boxes in your lots. So this is an opportunity to buy an inordinate amount of stuff in this window in particular in bulk that you can buy as lots and resell and make a lot of money. I hope you have a whole bunch of those.
Yeah,
How many?
four.
Four for each panel?
No, two.
Eh,
I don't know.
you have to put a different color on the ends. And sorry, I'm talking to my employee when I'm doing my show. I don't know. Four might not be enough.
Let me see.
Well, just see how it looks. Just see how it looks. He's hanging a new curtain in there. You're gonna have to fix that rod in the middle too. I really don't have time for you to be doing that right now. We're supposed to be doing a show, but I kind of knew that weren't going to get too many people in here today. Um, the people that I expected to come today say, "Oh, we can't make it," because they're actually buying lots, not online, but in person. They're at an auction today. And I also have a couple people coming at the end of the month too. So this will be popping. That's why I decided to do this first show as an intro. So I'm just kind of sitting here talking. If you are interested in an item or any item, just name out what kind of products you want. And I will try to take care of you today because I am still sitting here. But if you don't do it pretty soon, because I'm about done, then there will be no sales today. And I don't care either way. This is all lost to me, guys. This is all lost liquidation. The other window that's pretty cool. Major change. No, it's not a big change. See the little dragon changed. Now, this part of the show where it says no in-app items at the top, it's still the same app, still the same box purchase, etc. Nothing's changed there. And drink a little coffee. Boy, that's really bright. Mm. I'll tell you, I bitch about my employee all the time, but he does make good coffee. In this section, this is fun. Now, of course, nobody's in here to do anything too much today, and I don't have a moderator. I really need a moderator live. It will be me sometimes, but I'm not feeling very good today, so I'm not going to be holding up a bunch of devices and jumping around. Um, so next week we should be booming, and I do know people that will be in here next week. This window, as I was saying, this is the special window. Now, my employee's over there shining lights in my face, changing curtains right now. So he's not doing the job that I normally need him to do on Wednesday, but that's okay because I told him I was doing an intro show today. But what he would do is I'd say, "Hey, Mr. Lazy," so I call him sometimes. "Bring your lazy butt over here and get me something from Vintage. Don't worry about it. You already did it." I'd just yell at him or scream at him or say something terrible, and he would go over to my cabinet and he just grab something, no matter what it is. So I'll give you an example. One of the items I mentioned, just grabbed something. He said, "Well, this has been online forever for years. I had this, and it is still dirty. There is no problems with this whatsoever. This is in absolute, except for being dirty, needing a nice, good cleaning. It is in absolutely perfect condition. Doesn't take much to figure out what this is. And that's the fun part of this part. It's extremely heavy. And if you know what this is, what you would do is, in this part of the show, you would go look this up and you'd make me an offer. You just say, "I know what that is," and you'd say brown drip glaze USA. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. You should be able to figure that out. In case you're watching a replay, go ahead and comment if you know what that number, which I have, of course, upside down and probably backwards, 7011. I didn't even have to look. I know what that one is. USA. Very, very old. Very good condition. No drama whatsoever, except it does need a good cleaning. There's not even little chips around the bottom where it sits on the table. The lip, everything in perfect order. So, it's big and in my way now. Until I drop it on the floor and break it. I am a little sick today, guys. So you have to bear with me. Okay, so my employee would grab that item. I'd show it to everybody. If anyone was in here that was interested or just wanted to chit chat about the item, this is the scene where we do that. And you make me an offer. I'm not going to even talk price. I'm not even going to talk about, boy, we keep getting Restream is ready. You know, I might not be getting any communication because my Restream might be wrong, but I really don't think too many people are in here today. So we're going to check. I'm a little bummed out too because I had a person lined up to come in and they said they may or may not make it. No, I don't even see me. Let me make sure I'm on here. This is just, I was going to not stop, but I do want to do a check. See if I'm there. Oh, there I am. I see me. Been on live for 28 minutes. So I'm going to check the chat. Okay, so it's all working fine. So no drama there. Okay, so what you would do is either in Facebook or YouTube. In this screen, I will have had the employee run, go get an item. I'll show it to you, show you what it is. You can figure it out. Then you look it up, and then you come back and you say, "I know what that item is, and I want to buy it." And you make me an offer. Now remember, make me an offer without shipping included, but be conscious. I just told you that's big and heavy. It's going to be at least $12 to get it to you, I'm pretty sure. I can probably do a cubic. I'll see. My employee would look that up after you bid. So this is the only place that item would ever be available until maybe January. I might stick it in Prairie Grave. Only in this window does the employee just grab something off the shelf. We don't know what it's going to be. We all look it up. I don't tell you its price. I don't tell you anything else. You just make me an offer. If I accept it, great. If not, it goes right back on the shelf. That's this window. This one should be fun. So to recap very briefly, and then we're going to get off here because I don't have any bids today. I didn't really ask for them today. I said I was doing an intro. But if you do want something looked up, I don't think he's disappeared yet. He's still screwing around with the curtains. He's over there eating my sandwiches or something. But this window over here, the one with the red and green in the front, different dragon, this is the app window. In other words, this is where you buy bulk of new items. And it could be anything. You just name off something. As I'm looking around, I don't even know what to grab to show you as an example. But this is where you name off something. Let me grab the thing I had before. Yeah, I grabbed this. I think I did this in a pre-show. It's dusty. This is $12. Big Lots, right? That's the store. Oh crap! I'm not good with this camera thing yet. $12 at Big Lots. These are the lawn darts that don't have the little spikes that go through people's eyes and feet. Safety lawn darts. These sell very well. Very well. And you don't have any drama. They're for ages 3 up. They are from Big Lots at $12. That's what you would pay if you walked into Big Lots and bought them for $12. I got these, I think, at a 50% off, so that would be $3 you pay for the set. But now this is something you need to consider. I don't know my number because I'm not actually trying to get you to bid on these now. But if you do, I'll hook up with you. I think I have 6 sets of these, and see that's where the advantage comes. I would be charging if you say I'll take all 6 sets, so you would be paying $3 a piece for all 6 sets. Those will stack up and I believe are smaller than a 17 by 17 box, which I can get you cubic probably for $12 or less. We would know the shipping. So your grand total on this would be 3 times 6. And then I'd look at it. If you had a few more things in your box too, I'd probably, whatever you pay for the box, you wouldn't pay a box markup. In other words, I wouldn't say your order came to $20, but you need to send it in a $30 box because shipping's an extra $10. If you bought enough items, that's it came to $30, but you got several items. Just make it $30. So you just saved yourself $10 on top of getting these for $3 a piece. That's why you come into the live show. This is where you can make money. This one's a little dusty, but dust it off. It's been in the warehouse for a while. I can stack all 6 in there. I think all of them are in the exact same condition. There's not even too much, little, maybe what you call little tiny shelfware. Let's see if I can get that visible for you. Just like on the very corner, nothing even dramatic. And that looks much worse on the camera than it does in person. So, as long as you would document this really good, you've got 6 sets of these. You pay $3 a piece and get them in a box. You throw a couple more items in there. You're probably only going to pay for just what I charged you, $3 a piece. That's why this show is valuable to other sellers. Let's say you only wanted one. Let's say, I don't want I'm not an e-commerce seller. I just want to save a bunch of money. Roger said he would sell this to me for $3. Well, when it gets time to do your box, one of these costs just about the same to ship as all of them. So you probably wouldn't do very well if you just bought one item and had to buy probably a 10. I might be generous and give it to you in a $10 box if I can get it to you for 7, but chances are you'd be paying for a $15 box. So right then, it'd be cheaper to buy the single item full price at Dollar General or Big Lots. But if you're getting 6 for $3 a piece and I toss in the shipping or even charge you maybe $5 for shipping, you can make money. That's why we're doing lots by boxes. If I had that written out as a listing, the shipping per item would be calculated in, even to the individual item cost. That's why you get a shipping discount on platforms if you buy a bunch of stuff. I don't want to do listings. These are items I'm getting rid of to clear out a warehouse. So you're going to get them very, very cheap. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to show you one more time what I normally call my little intro, just so you can hear it run through one more time with the little dragon telling you what we do. And then I'm going to run a final credit, even though we had no moderator today, but I don't really have a closing for the show. But I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about what I'm going to do today. Again, it's all very easy. Be prepared to be on time and in here at 1 o'clock Central Time next Wednesday. And I'm serious, guys. If you are smart, you are going to come in here. I am not trying to make money here. I am trying to empty a warehouse, and I am just as happy building a bonfire. I'm telling you, I have another business lined up that's going to generate me a couple $100 every few days, and that warehouse is making me no money. So if I can recover some of the item's value that I've already spent, that's good enough. Otherwise, I'll be doing another burning. I burned $10,000 worth of products the other day because I needed the space. Seriously, this is an opportunity that you will never come across again. And do tell your friends, I have enough stuff that I will not run out. I'm donating. My mom's selling stuff off here and there to people she knows, and it hasn't made any difference. That's how much I have. So do pop in on Wednesday. I think I'm about done here. I am going to show you that little clip, and then I will see you guys. Now tomorrow I do a show. I don't know what the topic is. Crap. I did shipping yesterday. Hmm. Twitter. I think we're talking about Twitter tomorrow. I'll be on at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time in the evening, and we're going to discuss all the little dramas you can do with Twitter, how to make money, how to use it in automation if you wish, how to save time with it too. I'll give you all those tricks tomorrow. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to show you that little video section, and then, you know what, right after the video section, I think I'm going to sign off. So enjoy this little video, and I will see everyone tomorrow at 7 p.m., Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time, or Wednesday every week at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. We fill the box in the show. The live show on Wednesday you've got to watch. 1 p.m. Central Time. Every Wednesday. Pop in, make sure you check it out because during the show we fill a box. Once you get to the correct dollar amount, just use the app, click the link, choose the correct size box, and you're good to go. Lots of savings live. Now that you've paid for your box, all you have to do is use the app, send me a chat message. Make sure that you include a list of everything you got and the price, even though your lot price will be cheaper. That way I can double check before I send your box and make sure you get everything.